Hey, so guys, I'm going to start making YouTube videos. Just your average YouTube video, except I'm going to be talking about myself, everything that I've done in my life, and how I've gotten through it, how I've made myself happy even when the times are hard, and stop biting, and just put a smile on my face in the worst parts of my life. I feel like it has helped me with a lot of things, getting through the hard times, or when a friend passes, or when you make a bad grade on a math test or something. And I feel like the key to that I have almost figured out. I feel like I'm figuring it out in these past months, and I couldn't help myself but share it with everybody that I know. So I'm gonna start making these videos, hopefully weekly, of stuff, memories that I've had to cling on to, things to do when you are sad or angry, and just give my piece on it. It might help you, it might not, it might just be something cool to watch. I just feel like sharing it. This is my life. I'm Taylor. We'll just call this Happy Things with Taylor. I think it's a good idea. Can you stop making so much noise? This is Hermione, my puppy. Got her 3-4 weeks ago. This makes me so happy. That's one thing, a very expensive thing that can make you happy. Okay, so I remember when I was a kid, I was probably in 5th grade. I was having a really bad year, honestly, grades wise. Can you stop it? And the leader of my school, his name was Elder LaFleur, he noticed that I was down. He pointed it out to me, brought me to the side, and he said, you know, even though you don't feel it, this is paraphrased because I don't remember exactly what he said. Even if you don't feel it, it's good to smile because it might help someone else get through their terrible day. And that really touched me. And ever since then, I smile every day, even if it's a really bad day. I smile at somebody at least once. And try to bring joy into their moment, to our moment that we connect with. And I try to do it with everybody. It's very hard. But when I was in 6th or 5th grade, I started doing that. People noticed, of course. And the Elder LaFleur, he started calling me Sunshine because I was smiling all the time. And then for years and years, he called me Sunshine. And I honestly forgot about that until about a week ago, I think. Maybe a week ago or more, 2 weeks ago. But when I remembered it, it really helped me. He passed a while ago, but it's still hard. And I miss him. But I know for a fact that he would want me to smile like he taught me to. And this guy, he was one of a kind. I've never met anyone like him. Better than Mr. Rogers, better than Walt Disney, better than Bob Ross, those people that you think of when you think of positivity and not giving a care about what people think of them, as long as, you know, they can make people happy and be happy. But I'm just so glad that I figured that out. Now I have a few memories here went by me. Kid memories. I feel like to be happy these days, people really just need to stop being adults and learn how to be a kid again. Before we knew how to be adults, we knew how to be kids. And I feel like some people got ruined when they became adults too fast. Now, I was one of those kids where I really did not want to grow up. I remember the day before my graduation from high school, I was not ready. I just did not want to leave school. I feel like I was the only one that felt like that. And I still feel that way. I feel like it's a good trait, honestly. Not trying to be selfish or anything, but I feel like wanting to be a kid can be good, even though some people do need to learn how to be more mature. But here are some memories. I feel like if people can find kids anywhere, just like a kid they know, they're like, oh, hey, don't ignore them. Pay attention to them. Play with them if they want you to, because they're the smart ones, honestly, in the situation. They know, and they're not afraid to tell you what they're thinking. And if you're not going to be fun, then why would they want to play with you, you know? But if they have toys out and everything, and you want to connect with this kid, just watch them and see how they react to things. Just try to be like them, I guess. And that's a great thing someone told me recently to do, is just watch them and try to be more like them, instead of watching these people that are so great at living their own lives, or look like they're so great. They might be dying inside. But isn't it great when you see some kid just running around and he's having the time of his life? Remember those memories. Now this, one of my first toys, basically, used to be my Uncle Daniel's. His name is Mr. Fox. I slept with this guy every night, probably till I was like 10, maybe 11 or 12, 13 maybe. Put him on the side of the bed by 13 probably. I really never wanted, no, Hermione, that's not good. You don't do that. This is very special. It's a very special one to me. Yeah. Crazy. Okay. Yeah. He was always by my side. Even when I was older, I kept him in my room. It's helped me get through the night, really. Mr. Fox. I'd talk to him when I was little. My mom would tell me to go to bed, and I would have Mr. Fox with me. I'd tell him about my day, ask him about his, and my imagination would tell me what he said. And what he said was always great. It made me really, really want to see tomorrow. And I feel like we all need to have a Mr. Fox to talk to. You could even call it praying, because we always have Jesus to pray to, honestly. He's our Mr. Fox. I remember one night, or most nights, I would take him, and I'd take this blanket that I also always had. This is just one of the things I always did. Forgive Hermione, I feel like she's gonna definitely try to take the fox. No, ma'am. I would do this with him. I would pretend like he was Harry Potter from the Sorcerer's Stone. put the invisibility cloak on, and he would pretend like he wasn't there when I was talking to him, and I would get frustrated, and he would play around with me and stuff, and it was just a good moment, I guess, that I made for myself to get through that night. Now, I feel like most people out there have memories like this. Memories they kept to themselves. They're probably buried deep inside and you can't even remember them. It took me a long time to bury that memory out. It doesn't even sound like a great memory. It just sounds like this insane kid who has a toy using his imagination. And that's what most adults would think. Now, if you just take that adult imagination and push it to the side for at least 20 seconds, you're going to want to keep it for more than 20 seconds. You're going to want to think about all your imagination can ponder, all it can grasp onto. And think of all the possibilities that your mind can ravel on and just keep spinning until you're just pass out. Getting high on imagination. I feel like Walt Disney taught us that. Now, for one of the first saddest moments of my life, I think, was when my dog died. When he was 7 years old. I was probably 8 or 9. I think I got him for my second birthday. His name was Monty. He was a beagle. He was my best friend. A little while after he passed away, he got hit by a car. We buried him outside. I remember tying my shoes, uncontrollably crying, tying my shoes. And went out, and I remember my little sister, Bella, was looking at the grave, and she was just so small at the time. And she was like, well, Monty's gone now. She walked away, and she went on the swing and started swinging. Because, she was so little and had such an imagination. My mom got me this a little while after he passed, and it's a beagle, stuffed animal. It honestly felt like for a while that I had Monty there with me when I held this stuffed animal. Put him by Mr. Fox every night. And it helped me a lot. I cried some of the times when I felt this presence of Monty. But it was great at the same time. And it helped me get through it. It helped me get through it. My bad. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, as a kid, the little things are what helped you get through it. Not this big talk someone gave you, some adult talked to you about, but a little tiny sentence that a 3-year-old said, or a toy that your mother gave you. We need to start being kids again. Here. It's okay to want to use your imagination with things. To want to start building Legos or shooting Nerf guns everywhere. Taking a lightsaber, giving one to your best friend, and just fighting. See where it goes. Speaking of best friends, it's another memory. This is the first picture to me and my best friend Zane Alexander. That was framed. We used to play soccer. That's us. There. Can barely see it, very blurry. We had the same soccer ball. My team was the Bullets. I think his team was the Stingers. We weren't on the same team, so that kind of sucked. But it was still cool to practice together, and it was a lot of fun. But this is a good memory, and I've kept this ever since my mom gave it to me, or his mom gave it to me. I'm not sure who gave this to me, but I always kept it close by me, somewhere where I could see it. It's on my bookshelf here at home. The last memory I want to share with you is the first thing that unraveled my teenage creativity. I probably was 13 or 14, and I could feel that kid imagination dying away, basically just fading. I no longer played with action figures as much, or played Barbies with my sisters, or played Barbie action figures with my sisters. The sleepovers weren't as often. Friends were drifting away, and it kind of was hard to use your imagination with things. I didn't like reading. I forget what I did, but I was grounded. The only thing that I was allowed to do, my mom told me, was read. And she bought me Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Not this exact copy. That copy's upstairs. Looks a little shredded, and you probably wouldn't be able to tell what it is, because I've read it so many times. I found my imagination again. So I'm so glad I was grounded, honestly. Good parenting. Anyways, I read all the books. My mom instantly was like, okay, he likes these books, and got the second one from the library the next day, I think. And I read that one, and I read them all, and this was when probably the 6th movie just came out. I liked the movies, but then the books just woke something inside me that, like, I was a kid inside again, and it just like made my mind go crazy. And ever since then, reading is one of my favorite things to do. I have all these books back here. I haven't read all of them. I call them my life's library. I'll put these up real quick. I'll show you. Ugh. Now, this book right here, I have read these. Really good. One of my favorite books other than Harry Potter. I remember The Hunger Games coming out, and my mom buying that book also. Another book that got me really into reading. Yeah. That was really good. A really good series also. It wasn't Fear Street by R.L. Stein, but it was Goosebumps. Probably read like hundreds of those. Harry Potter. Excuse me, Nutcracker. Now these are mostly ones that I have not read before down here. The Sherlock Holmes series, I really want to read it. My Aunt Emmy got that for me a while ago. So many books I need to read. The Maximum Ride series, that was really good. You get the point, though. What I'm trying to make is that it's good to use your imagination every once in a while. In this world today, most people have forgotten how to use their imagination today, with the social media out there and all. Vola. He doesn't want you. He doesn't want you. Crazy. Okay. This is Voldemort. Basically the nicest cat you'll ever meet. He loves being on your shoulder. Voldemort, Hermione. And Voldemort says he hates Hermione, but honestly, I think he loves her. He messes around with her, and they tackle each other all the time. Yeah, that hurts, bro. Okay. Ugh. Yeah. Go play, please. So I'll make another video, hopefully, of other things, other memories, other happy moments. Maybe I'll make like a cooking episode or something. Show you my records. Have a collection of records, other things. But this was fun. I feel like not only will it be nice to let this out to all these people, but just help me in general get through life, to share my positivity with everybody. And just want to say goodnight and thank you for enjoying happy moments with me.